Welcome to the first episode of the Barstool Boys podcast. I'm Sean.
I'm Nathan.
And we are starting this podcast. Me and Nate used to work together in one in an insurance company. A couple of years ago. We've had this idea to get going on.
We started all wanting to do one in a fucking hot tub, so no one wants to see this body, maybe in the summer.
The big C kind of put restrictions on that, didn't it?
No cancer, COVID.
No COVID, yeah. Probably have to say that. But yeah, basically, we finally got around to it. We've come out. We've lost all the excuses that we can use now, so we're getting going now.
No lockdowns, no nothing.
I suppose the bar was the
the bar was probably the given factor. Yeah. Unfortunately, in Cushline you don't get bars.
No.
Bars through the window probably would.
Yeah. But we basically got going, so this is going to be the start of it. What kind of things we'll be covering over the time.
We'll jump straight in. Anyways, how was your Christmas?
Christmas in this house was fairly in between. It was like prison. No, it wasn't really. But we unfortunately were isolating because one of the members of the household had COVID. So, but luckily we just drank and ate ourselves to death. Hence all this timber that I'm putting on myself at the moment. How was yours?
That was good, man. It was nice and quiet for the first time. Like I remember Christmases years ago, you'd be out fucking 5-6 nights a week drinking, and then you come into January broke. I'm still going to January broke, for different reasons.
Not as broke.
But it was good. Yeah, spent it with the family. But like my girlfriend, she has a little sister and stuff, so it was better this year. I was going home last year. I remember I was like it's like a spoiled kid. Where's my presents, man? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas this year we were just up there for Christmas. So
I think it's a weird Christmas though for everyone. Like anyone that I talk to, literally has been like that. It's not like
it doesn't feel like Christmas.
Because you didn't do any we didn't do stuff. So even for example last year we went to the Guinness Storehouse. Had like
your own Guinness Storehouse here.
Yeah. We had to bring the Guinness Storehouse to the house, but we went to the Guinness Storehouse. Had a day out, done Christmas shopping, had a day out drinking, but I didn't do anything like that. So
I done the Christmas shopping now, but that's a mad fella thing, isn't it? Right, in town on Christmas Eve, man, it was just full of blokes. Right,
did you on Christmas Eve?
I did on Christmas Eve, yeah. I did, and I was saying to myself all year long, I'm not doing on Christmas Eve. I'm coming up the weeks before, I was like, I'm not doing on Christmas Eve. And then sure you know yourself, you end up going out for a meal here or there. You spend too much money like Christmas.
Have to wait until the next day. No, I'm normally actually quite good for getting ahead of things, but this year was fairly last minute. It was rushing in, vouchers for everyone. And
what'd you get the missus?
I got her a few little bits. Got her a Celtic tracksuit.
You were obviously present enough.
Yeah. We got her tracksuit. I should remember tracksuit pajamas.
You have to get them pajamas.
Pajamas, they love pajamas.
I think in the last, I'd say Christmas Eve I wore pajamas. I was gonna lie to the fucking listeners there. I was gonna say I never wear pajamas, but I did. And you know what? I wore women's pajamas.
Did you?
Yeah.
But, man, when I went in, so we went into Pennies because that was where everyone gets their pajamas. Yeah. And I was there looking. I was like, oh, they look deadly. They look brilliant. She loved them. The bloody men's pajamas. But they look the same. They do. They look the same. So I was just like.
And we went up as I was saying to the missus and we had just chilling out, you know, had a drink and that, and then she came in, Mrs. Mark came and she says, here's pajamas for you or whatever, right? And she gave me women's ones, and then she was saying she bought men's ones, but they were like fucking, I don't know, they were like you'd be in a river basically in them. So she gave me these, and I'm telling you now, the comfiest sleep I've ever had in my life.
I hate buying pajamas for women or buying any clothes for women because if you buy it too small, it doesn't fit. And if you buy it too big, then
even when you buy their size, you're thinking, do they think they're big? If I buy like their size, maybe I should buy an 8. Yeah.
But I'm always thinking it's probably better to have them, especially with pajamas, but probably better to have them too big, and not because it's more about comfort.
But it's like what I say to people in work, right? They'll just come in, they're like, oh, I want to buy timber, right? And then you'd be like, I need this much. And I'd be like, you need a bit extra. And be like, why? It's better to be looking at it than looking for it. Yeah. That's a good little analogy. Plus it ups my sales. So
exactly.
Probably in the builders, what's this? But
But that was Christmas, yeah. I literally all we done, ate, drank, couldn't see anyone really over it, which is a bit poxy. Just on Zoom calls.
It was only poxy for you, I'd say. They were like fucking lovely.
Well, yeah.
Don't have to see them.
Yeah. But now we'll moving on from that. suppose the people want to know why and what we're doing a podcast on.
Yeah, well, it's so that's a question I always get asked when I say I'm going to do what I'm talking about for the last 2 years. Like, but people are always going, "Oh, what are you going to do it on?" And obviously, you want to have like the one topic, but you can only talk so long about the one topic. So, like, I think the way we're doing it is just like two blokes having a chat in a bar. Probably just an excuse to have a piss up the odd time.
Yeah, I will definitely will be getting the cakes in for that.
Yeah, 100%. Not no one else is invited COVID.
But you know, I don't know if you've had this from anyone as well. I got get a bit of slagging off one of the lads. He was saying we're the wish version of talking bollocks.
But that's, you're already the wish version of fucking Neil Lennon.
But that,
How do I look like?
You look like, I don't know who you're looking like there.
The wish version of Shane Foyle in that Westside. That's what I'd love to be.
You're looking like one of them serial killers there. But the thing is, we actually, like, and I know it's a suitable time for everyone to say, oh, it's a good time to jump onto a podcast, but we actually have had this, but like for 2018, I think it was, when we were both started working there.
Yeah, and one of the main drawbacks for me at the time was I did it on my own, but one of the main drawbacks for me was, it was like there was a barrier, and people in Ireland or people in Dublin didn't listen to Dublin people on it, do you know what I mean? And the boys, like to say, the wish version of talking bollocks, and Stolly and all them, they have broke through a barrier, right? Yeah. So they've essentially opened the door, and we're just storming through it. Well, we're trying to, and that's what I think it's a good thing. And the two of us, like, we talk about it so much, but we always go into detail about how we think we can take it to the moon, but they've already built the rocket. Do you know what I mean?
No, and for me, obviously, I love watching podcasts. Like, anyone that wants to do a podcast, I'm sure I've watched podcasts before, but the thing I love is watching someone getting interviewed and finding out their story. So that's kind of like where my interest comes in, actually doing one. Like, and again, interviewing is probably a bad word because you like it to be less formal.
Just a chat.
But just a chat.
It's like my man always said to me though, I had the fucking face for the radio.
You got on YouTube now as well. So. But we actually have a few interesting guests lined up. We won't give away too many details on them.
Casey cancelled.
Nah, we have them penciled in. But it's kind of more so listening to other people's journeys, because I was only thinking about this there like the last couple of days. It's like, it fascinates me that someone else, even yourself, has had a completely different life than what I've had.
Do you know what's funny? I always think that, I actually wrote a blog about this before. It's about like how people have a different past. So I meet you, right, and you tell me this story of you, and that's what I know about you, right? So I go, oh, Sean, this is Sean, we worked together before, bit of a mad thing when he's on the drink, right? Lovely fella. I can only tolerate him about this much. No, but you know what I mean? And then, but like, I could talk to your mad and she could be like, oh, yeah, Sean's actually a serial killer. Like, but you don't know that. Not that you're going to be a serial killer, but it's just because you get made that joke about me being like that.
Yeah.
I had to get one in there. But that's what it's like. I always, even you think about that when you're, just say for example, in your relationship, like, they paint the picture of themselves, and then that's what you know about them. And then you learn more about them. And sometimes you like the person more. And that's what I think, like, a lot of the podcasts listen, or even the guests we have lined up, it's like, just say for example we get a guest on and we have a perception of them, or we know them, other people don't know that perception of them. All of a sudden their eyes are open to this. It could be someone they never even heard about, or it could be some sport that they never even heard about. And that's like, we have a very keen interest in sports, so there will be a lot of sports themed ones, but that's only because of the connections that we have. So hopefully then taking it forward we get.
Oh yeah, definitely. You want to get different, like, people from different walks of life, because again, it's not like, again, like I said, we do like sports, but the thing that fascinates me is like listening to someone's journey, because a mate of mine always said, like, you don't know what you don't know, is a little quote he used, but you really don't, in terms of what goes in. So like, you might, the
closed doors quote, what people say, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
You might look at a movie star, say for example, and you'll think, they just turn up on the day, and
good example,
but you don't know what goes in.
Have a good example, McGregor. We look at him and people look at him, they have this perception. So like you said,
so like, and when you go into the actual intricate details of what goes on in a day, it's actually, it'll surprise you. So even like looking at different podcasts ourselves,
we have an idea of those people as well. And
you'll have an initial kind of go, that's what this person is like, and then you'll hear the story and it's completely different to what you expected, you know. So
it's like you say, don't judge a book by its cover. I know it's not cover, but it's only a story that you heard until you hear it straight in the horse's mouth then, basically.
Exactly. But here we are living in a world that is full of restrictions, and I know it's probably not a popular. Well, it is a popular one to talk about COVID, but
do you know the thing about COVID is it's such an easy out at the moment, right? So I'd be saying to myself there last year, I want to get fit and I want to travel and I want to do all this, right? Now obviously the travel bit aside, because I really did want to travel, but the fitness bit, I have a gym membership, right? And I'd say I went twice out of 7 months I'm paying for it, right? And I was able to go in those 7 months, but I kept going, COVID.
Yeah, well, like if I use the example now, I always say this, until I need to have something to keep me motivated.
Yeah.
See if I don't have an end goal, some sort of competition, I just fall off the bandwagon. See if I have one bad weekend, a few drinks, chippers, Chinese, I'm like, there's no point in me going back.
6 years. Yeah.
So, like even this October they competed in my first K1 fight.
Yeah, brilliant fight.
Yeah, I got beaten by the better man, but it was, and you know what, I regret nothing about it and I absolutely loved it. But the thing that I loved most about it was the discipline I gained from it. Turning around saying, no, I'm not going to drink tonight.
Yeah, because you had the end goal of not getting knocked out.
yeah, essentially. And one of the lads even said it to me. He goes, only for your fitness. I've never been, like, so I played football.
Yeah, like a gas tank.
But only for my fitness, I would have got knocked out because he goes, the best thing ever, I have a big head. But he goes, Sean, you have some mallet on you.
It's a moving target, yeah.
But even if you watch it back, like, now to be fair, your man had some mallet on him as well.
Yeah.
So I got him.
You probably had your chance to cover it, but
I caught him with some beautiful shots in it, but it was just like it wasn't hurting him.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it did hurt him a few.
We'll actually pop the link up on the page so people can watch it. Just
because
you're telling the story, like
to have it.
You can watch him get battered. Yeah.
It's only 7 minutes as well, so it's not too much to be asking for a follow up for a watch.
That's probably as long as my sex life.
Yeah.
In total, since I was born.
I was going to say you were doing well there, mate. Stallion. But yeah, so that was kind of. Well, I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but that was me saying like about kind of using COVID as a distraction for not exercising. Oh, off there, dude. No, I shouldn't even be saying that. Should I?
Just got to quit that out.
Yeah. But what were we even saying about there? So following on like with kind of being disciplined and like that. That's my biggest problem is if I'm just training for the sake of training, it's just going through the motions. Like, are you the same like yourself?
Well, see, I have the opposite kind of thing where like I go to a class or something, and obviously in the class, say for example like when you're trying to lose weight and everybody in the class is getting weighed in, they're going, I lost this much, and she lost this much. I don't like that. I like the competition. I like the competition and all, but it's not even that. It's like I don't want to listen to someone. I don't want to listen to anyone. You probably know that from your work to me. I don't want to listen to anyone, right? And have like
even the night setting up the stuff you want to do your own. Like no, but like that's just the type of you want to do.
It's like I have a problem solving brain, but I actually think I am the problem sometimes. But you know what I mean? But like I think to myself, I'd rather get the earphones in, right, and just have a thing in front of me that I know I have to do. I know why I have to do. I have to know why, right? Because you could tell me to do 500 bar crawls, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have to know why you're telling me to do it.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that's a good way of thinking because going through school, it's just a memory test. If you're never given really a thing to say why you're doing this or what.
Like why are you doing Pythagoras theorem and not learning how to do your taxes?
It's not, but it's not necessarily. It's not to say that
it's
not to say that that's not a useful thing. But if someone said to you where you can apply it in everyday life or why you do it, a rationale,
couldn't tell you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if someone gives you a reason. Even my mate, he's doing a PhD, unbelievable football coach.
Yeah.
But that's his thing. When he's asking like his players, he'll ask them, what can we do better here? Why can we do this better? Instead of just telling them.
Yeah.
And he gets a better response.
But you know what that is? That's probably because he thought that way, which is the way I thought. And I actually I wasn't a great coach, really. But I coached for a while, because that's what I studied in college. And I remember when I was coaching the team, it was a team of like 16-year-olds, right? And I wasn't that much older. I'd say I was 20, 21, right? So I was kind of able to relate to them in a way. And obviously, like
it's hard though as well, Matt. Like I tried to go across, but it's hard to keep a group like that, teenagers full of energy, and to keep them disciplined. Like people just look at it from the outside.
But I actually found it easy because people say that to me all the time. Oh, you're so close to them in age. Why do you listen to it? And I say because I'm not standing there screaming at them saying do this. I'm actually saying right. We're going to do a shooting drill now, and this is the reason. Now sometimes I take one of them and go, you hit 6 shots wide last week. You're the reason, but next week better. Do you know what I mean? You never target them in a malicious way. It's like I thought. if I like the gym, like you say, I thought, wait, I want to know why I have to do that. So why doesn't everybody else want to know why? If I teach them the reason why, and then I tell them there's an end goal, the end goal is you scoring hat-tricks every week. There you go. There's the tools.
If you can do it, if you can get them doing that, then you're doing something right. But no, get your point though. Like it's more of a thing that if you can explain to someone that there's a rationale to why you're doing this.
I'm not just telling you to do this because I'm an authority.
It's the authority, isn't it? It's like sometimes people just love to be heard and just want and it's like it's my way.
But that's my problem. I always think people in a bit of authority, like managers at work years ago and stuff, were just bellowing at you for no reason. But they did have an end goal, but they didn't tell me the end goal.
Didn't explain.
So I just go.
But you probably know. So jumping into employment there, you probably notice like why like. When you're working for certain managers, there's certain managers you want to work better for. So like there's certain managers that will come in and will take the Hitler kind of approach. And will be like, right, it's my way or the highway, do this. And you know yourself, you don't really want to work for them kind of people. Like you don't. But whereas the person that comes up and says to you, and even in my I'm currently working in a supermarket, there's a few managers in there that like when you do something, they go, oh, thanks very much for that, or they'll give you a bit of
praise. But you know what it's like? It's like getting the gold star, the star, or the stamp at school. You know, lovely. 4 more stamps. I get no homework on a Friday. Lovely.
But this is gonna sound real like I don't know, probably maybe not vain, but I love being praised. Anytime, like if it's work, whatever it is, if I do a job for someone in any way, shape or form, if I cook something, if I get praised, I love it.
I'll give you a bit of praise. You're a good man.
You're already. But you know what I mean. If you someone like you do a job and someone gives you a bit of praise for it, it goes a long way. Because the next time you want to do that job,
it's not like you're just doing a job for the sake of it. Then like, oh, I'm painting this wall. It'll be done in 5 minutes. Blah blah blah, and then I'll have to go on to another wall. But it's not. It's like that wall is actually an art project. Do you know what I mean? And that's why. I've moved around job to job, as you know. I've had loads of different jobs. Now, a lot of them would have had like a sales aspect to it, do you know what I mean? Or a customer care, because I like working with people, talking to people. I always want to be the centre of attention though, and that's my problem. But I've learned how to tone that down now in the last couple of years, a little bit. People that see me in Scam won't agree, but a little bit, do you know what I mean? But again, like when I was younger, I was always wanting to be the centre of attention. I sang, I danced, I was in shows, I was in plays, but then I got a little bit older and I still had that mentality of like I have to be the centre of attention, but you can't just be the centre of attention in your everyday life. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not a cartoon character.
But at the same time, what you're saying, I think it's frowned upon of being like, what's the word? So people sometimes don't like people that are putting themselves in the limelight. But it's why isn't necessarily a bad thing. I know.
If I don't put myself in the limelight, then that person who doesn't want the limelight may end up in the limelight and they don't like it. So if you should be praising me.
But do you know what I mean? Like it is like we do kind of live in a society that it's like it's frowned upon to kind of, and I know cockiness and arrogance.
Do you sort of mean like in a way that looks like a jealousy? Like say for example, like influencers, and especially if it's a lad influencer, they get stick.
But I do have my own thoughts on that, so we will come on to that. But I think like people kind of hate. Again, people hate to see people doing well. So like if you're I don't like a good quote again heard off one of the podcasts was people want you to do well, but
not better than them. Yeah.
So like I think that's a fairly valid point. Like,
would you say that's an Irish thing, or would you say that's a pretty worldwide thing? Because did you ever see in like
people say it's an Irish thing, but I think it's worldwide.
Yeah, it can't be worldwide, but I mean, like, is it predominantly in Ireland? Is that the predominant attitude, and then there's only a few people who spread the positivity? And it's like for example, if we said, "Oh, will you share this?" Some people might go, "Jesus, I'll wait to see how it goes."
It's hard to say because like I think we only hear about it as an Irish thing because we live in Ireland.
Yeah, you know, and Ireland is such a small place, and even like the places we live, like I know it took me ages to get here, but it's such a small place that
if you were living in America, that would take you a day to get
here. On a plane.
Do you know what I mean? Though, like that's the.
Here's a random fact for you, right? Morocco. Do you know how close Morocco is to Portugal and Spain? You can drive there. Now it takes you ages to get there, but there's actually roads that lead all the way there, right? I didn't realise this until I was watching a documentary about a person who went missing, right? A girl who went missing, a young, well-known girl who went missing, Maddie McCann, right? But she went missing. I get addicted to it. I think I have such an addictive personality where if I get my head around something, look, I was convinced during the first lockdown that I was going to find out what happened to her, right? I'm never gonna find it.
You get sucked into the rabbit hole.
Yeah, oh man, straight down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I watch a YouTube video about someone lifting weights, and then all of a sudden I'm watching YouTube videos about some man addicted to steroids and how he get off them.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happens.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah, it is. That is the kind of thing that it can suck you in.
Yeah.
And you, like one thing, sleepless nights. And I sometimes struggle with me sleep, I do.
Yeah.
But that can sometimes be the killer.
Did you have much of them during the first lockdown? Because I remember the first lockdown when I was going to sleep at 7, 8 in the morning, not getting up to 5 in the day, and then doing the exact same thing.
Well,
it was like Christmas Do Over. Did you ever see that film?
During the first lockdown, I was still working like full time from my bedroom.
Yeah.
See,
I was getting paid to work at home, but we weren't working. It was mad.
Yeah, see, so we were full on, like, so.
Yeah,
I was
a sense of worker.
Thank you. Working in the call centre, and the phones are busier than ever. I was thinking like we were doing powder and home insurance.
Yeah.
So I was thinking people aren't going to be out in their cars because there's nowhere to go.
Well, you still need to renew the insurance.
Yeah.
Even if you're not out in it, and your house is not moving, you're in it, so you have to insure
it. Exactly. So it was busier than ever. People, I think someone made the point to me that obviously like COVID here and it's an airborne disease, that people were actually learning to drive and going out and buying cars because they didn't want to get the public transport anymore. They didn't want to get the bus. They didn't want to get the train.
But that's another point I want to make. Do you know public transport, right? It's weird nowadays, right? I even find myself doing it. Like if someone coughs or splutters look, sometimes.
Do you find yourself now? Would you kind of like?
Yeah, but I hate people who do that, and I actually became one of them. Like I was getting the bus. I smoke, so I had a cough a few weeks ago, and I was getting the bus. I started walking to work. I started doing 20,000 steps to work every day just because people were looking at me on the bus from coughing.
Well, to be honest with you, I always hated public transport because I had to get it, and I still have to get it.
You have the worst buses in the world, I hear, mate.
Yeah,
you do.
Do you know what I mean? Like getting that 75 bus to work all the time.
But your buses are quiet, right? There's no antisocial behaviour. Well, there's very little.
Yeah.
Man, the buses I have to get back and tell it. My God. Like I've seen some horrible things on buses. I wouldn't bring them up, and I've probably been part of some horrible things on buses. I used to go into town on nights out, and instead of getting a taxi, all this cheap drink, you'd be knocking back cans on the bus, yeah. And you go, Jesus, we're going to town, and then halfway there you'd be like, I need to get off the bus for a piss. But you wouldn't.
Funny story about the buses. So, me mate, big Rovers fan. I won't mention him on it, but I'm sure we'll have him on at some stage. Yeah. And he was telling us about a time. So. Obviously, 75, yeah.
I'm there, man, match.
Big lad.
Good, how are you?
So he was going
to stretch. We're going to take that out.
Incriminating the poor boy. But he, so he's obviously drinking all day, going to a Rovers Bowls game, and stuck in like rush hour traffic. Dean's Grange, I think he said, from the time we got to Baker,
just up the road there,
yeah. So from the bus, the stop that you got off, it went from Baker's to Dean's Grange, which is not even a Fox Rock, and it took them, I think it was about half an hour.
Yeah, but just to put that in the context, you'd walk that in about
5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Not even that, and that's a law.
But the bus goes down the hill past there, and that's it. Yeah.
So bursting for a piss on the bus. He wants to piss into a bottle, but pisses all over himself, right?
Did he go?
Great tracksuit buttons. Do you know what he done? Because the bus was taking that long, whipped off his track spot and hung them out the window. Yeah. By the time they got to tell it was right.
But you know what? I would have done the same thing. But I wouldn't have told anybody until I got to the match, and then I would have told everybody. We've been telling people in the crowd and all. But that's the thing that I always think about myself, that I have like ADHD or something. Because like I say, I want to be the centre of attention, but I don't consciously know that. But I just always end up the centre of attention. Something bad happens to me, I'm like, I'm not going to tell anyone that. And then I turn around and I go, wait till you hear this. And I tell it everyone. People don't even know.
But you know what? I think it was we were having a joke with one of my mates, and they were saying like it's actually a compliment to be given that.
Yeah,
because they're always smart people. Like,
do you know what's a weird compliment in Ireland? And I always find it good when someone says, "You're a mad bastard."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I love hanging around.
I remember people used to have on their Facebook and all, full-time mad bastard. Now they get sick now, but back in the day that was banging. You know what I mean?
Still should get sick for that.
I had mine as fucking Facebook comedian and all.
But you love hanging around with mad people. Like I think they bring the bit of excitement and they bring the bit of entertainment, and it takes you out of your comfort zones. Like I always, again, only thinking about this because my head does be, when I cannot sleep, my head is just running wild.
Yeah.
And that's why I always have to try and go sleep with a telly on, just to take my mind off.
Yeah. Or a podcast if any of you want to try it. Yeah. I don't know if you want to go sleep to his voice, mine's soon.
But I was only thinking, it was like, in the comfort, so when you stay in your comfort zones, and I suppose it applies to the reason that we're doing this. When you stay in your comfort zones, you to an extent, you know exactly what's going to happen.
But do you mean like your head starts going, you're in like a sedimentary life, so I got to get up in the morning, I go to work, I sleep at 6, I eat well, I do all this, whatever, right? Well, not eat well, but do you know what I mean? Every day is the same.
If I'm not doing something, my head goes. So like, you see, if I'm doing something, a job or something, I can just focus on that job.
Yeah.
I know some people can't, but what I'm saying is, so that's why I probably have a bad habit of, and it's probably affects why my sleep does get affected, is because I need to sleep with the telly on. So like,
but so do I. Yeah.
Because if I'm sleeping in pure silence, it's like my brain starts talking to me.
And then you stay awake.
Yeah. And I can't go to sleep. My head is, and I'm there like trying to think like, I was listening to, I don't know what the name of the meditation, but some type of meditation where you just keep saying a word in your head.
Oh, is that visualization? You say something and then you, oh no, sorry, that's it.
No, I don't know what the exact, it's a type of meditation, but you keep saying the word and then that like, it calms your mind.
I
do be there trying to do that.
Brain training.
And then it just, as soon as I stop saying the words, like it just starts going.
Do you know what that is though? When you keep the TV on now, that's drowning out the thoughts. Yeah.
I was saying I must start listening to like sleep music.
I can't go to sleep to it because once I hear music, I start making up songs.
Do you know what? Every time I listen to it, I just think of that scene from Family Guy, and it's like night times with whoever the thing is, and it's just like it starts off with like, you know, like animals in the rainforest and all. And then it just goes into like a JCB bulldozing. That's all that comes into my head.
But it's mad how things like that can get you like you remember something and you only remember that from hearing a bit of sleep music. Like sometimes I get a scent, like could be a deodorant, it could be a fragrance, could be on. And that brings me back to a time, and it brings not back to like, the year 2018, that brings me back to an exact moment, pinpoint. I can tell you everybody who's around me. You know what I mean? I can tell you exactly what was going on, the thoughts that were in my head, it's mental like.
So like what, like by just smelling.
Say for example, if you had the red jupe on.
Right, yeah.
It's banging.
I do like it now, it's absolute chav.
Yeah, no, it is chav, but you know why it's chav? It's because people in the generation before us and the generation before that loved it, right?
I seen a bottle of it in someone's locker there the other day, and I need to find out whose it is.
My uncle loves it. It's every Christmas. But what our generation's version of that's going to be? Like your son and my son, they're going to hate 1 million and Savage.
Oh, no, Savage is unreal.
Yeah, but I think they might hate it because they're going to go, oh, jeez, my dad wears that all the time. Like Old Spice, I think of that with my granddad. Like, I've never smelled my dad's perfume. He ran out the door too quick.
Stop that. Old Spice is a funny one.
It's rotten.
It's cat. Yeah. One of my mates got me as a present there one Christmas, and we just
if you're watching,
we just do you know what, fair play to them for getting us a present, but
look at you turn around.
It just reminded me of an old person's balls.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It's a horrible thing to say.
I don't know why.
Death. Because it reminds me of like
nursing home.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's the link. Yeah,
it's horrible. It is.
I actually had a good idea for a little segment that I wanted to do. Would be to rate presents, right? Rate presents, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
We'll have a go. This was pretty thought out.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go first.
Right. See, I've kind of gone with a bit of a cop out. Now there is one in there that I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit on the fence out.
Yeah.
But the other ones I do actually really enjoy.
I'm on the fence about them all, to be honest, but.
This one you said you don't like. I love getting like a link set or the deodorant set.
Right. But what? So I have two opinions on this, right? Someone got me a Lynx one that was like, I don't know, the black Lynx, right? The Lynx black.
Yeah.
That's nice. Someone got me that set. Now they didn't think of me. This is the problem. This Chris Kindle fella or girl just went out and says, wait, just give me that. They didn't put any thought into it. That's like I say, I like to send a pencil. I need a bit of thought.
That's because that's what got me out lad for it.
But
he loved it though.
Yeah, but he probably
didn't actually.
Yeah, he probably just put a smile on. But if someone gets me Lynx Africa, I don't want it. I've had it for years and years and years, and I've had all the fake shit versions of it. I don't want it. Stick it.
I actually like Lynx Africa, but it does remind me of a 12-year-old disco.
Yeah, just ponging a bit.
Yeah,
and what was the other one? Axe. Remember the other one was like a cheap one?
That's the fake one, yeah. That's the
fake one. Yeah.
That's, if someone handed me an Axe set now, I'm...
So you're 100% loving the Lynx sets, yeah?
Lynx sets, yeah.
We'll put a poll up after and we see.
I actually got a deadly one off my auntie before. It was Jack Wills, and it smelled massive, but it came with a set of Jack Wills boxers on it as well. So I thought I was the Don Juan walking around.
Oh.
I still wear it. I think I got the boxes about 3 years ago and I'm still wearing them. Things have holes and everything in them.
Yeah. Right, I go with my first one then.
Go on.
Now, it's not, it's a broad term. I'm saying selection boxes, right? Did I say that right?
Selection box, yeah?
I said that right?
Yeah.
Did I? Yeah, sorry.
What
That's right, I haven't to cut that out now.
Yeah,
Jumper or a hoodie, right? Now, this is one I'm on the fence about because I do like jumpers, I do like hoodies, right? It has to be something that they know I like, right? Now, it's not hard, man. You said it earlier, you could have predicted what I would wear today.
Yeah,
I always wear a checkered shirt and a t-shirt and jeans, yeah? And pants. But it has to be a nice one, do you know what I mean? Like my man got me one for Christmas, lovely, yellow and black, it'll go with everything.
Right.
And even if it doesn't, I'll be wearing it, right?
Branded or non-branded?
It's just a Jack Downs one.
Oh, Jack Downs, yeah.
Nice. But if someone goes in and gets me a hoodie that's fucking pink or something, I'm never gonna wear it. You didn't think about me. You walked into Penny's, you seen it on the special.
I think you'd wear a pink hoodie now. Or is that just a bad example?
No, I'd rock it, but I'm just saying, I'd rock it just for the beauty centre attention again, yeah.
I think if someone got you just a plain hoodie, you wouldn't like it.
Oh yeah, I suppose that. Well, do you know what I actually haven't purchased yet, which is weird for me, because all I wear is Vans stuff, the backpack and everything, but I haven't purchased a Vans hoodie yet.
That's mad.
So now you know what to get me for birthday.
Right, okay.
A pink Vans hoodie, July 15th, like the Neo song.
It's on record now, so I won't forget it. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I like getting. See, I can always find purpose for a jumper. So if it's a nice branded jumper, wear it out and about.
Or if it's a crappy one, wear it in the gaff.
Wear it in the gaff. Wear it to the gym.
So now I know if I ever get you a hoodie and I come to your gaff and you're wearing it, you don't like it.
Yeah. Don't get me a jumper. My next one: socks and jocks.
Oh,
socks and jocks. I love getting fresh socks and fresh jocks. I really love when I get the nice Nike ones or a nice pair of Adidas socks.
I don't wear normal socks. I only wear ankle socks. Like I've always only wore ankle socks.
And I've only experienced it for the first time this year. Pair of fluffy socks.
Man, fluffy socks.
Oh my god.
Bang. Especially in this weather. I'm walking around with a pair of fluffies now.
I never wore them before in my life. And game changer.
Like two teddy bears holding your feet.
It's madness. It is. Jocks, generally you can't go wrong unless someone gets you a pair of authentic apparel straight out of Primark.
Right, but they're alright, but if someone gets you the hipsters, and he gets you them in a medium.
Which ones?
Any hipster jocks, most of them in a medium, right? I'm not saying I'm packing heat or nothing, but they I think tight.
Yeah.
Doing lunges and the stretch them out.
There's boxes. I got a lovely pair of diesel boxers there. Got them in the summer. Look,
diesel. That's a very farmer.
Do you know how much? Well, do you know what it was? I was in getting a pair. I couldn't find a pair of jeans anywhere.
Yeah, couldn't find the jeans now. But you ever see like I wear check shorts all the time, but I had a diesel one on.
Yeah. See, I'd never really go into diesel, but I needed to get a pair of jeans. And I couldn't see. I've kind of gone past the stage of wearing like spray on skinny jeans.
Yeah,
I think that makes you look very.
I'm trying to go past it, but I think it's just going to get fat.
No, man, I think the jeans you're wearing look much better.
They will not look like I'm going to skate in the Phoenix Park. You know what I mean?
Man, I'd rather look like a skater than a 16-year-old looking to go to a disco. Like, I genuinely think that people that wear them need to grow up. Stop wearing spray on skinny jeans unless you're 16.
I can't have that opinion because I know for a fact that at home in the work there's about 6 pairs of them. And tomorrow when I went to work I'll be in a pair of spray on skinny jeans, right? People will call me out, but I do agree with you.
I think a pair of slim jeans. You know, I'd say on the reverse. No, you don't.
Is it slim though? What do you wear?
What you're wearing there today is a pair of slim jeans.
Yeah,
I have a pair, so they're not hugging your ankle. They have a little bit, but not enough that it's going to start covering your shoe.
Yeah.
You know.
See, that's my problem. And people always go to me, "Geez, you have your ankles on show." It's actually not that. I just don't want to cover my shoe.
Yeah.
And I find me laces around my ankles. So,
But can I say, I got a bit sidetracked there. Diesel jocks, I can wear them during the day and it's fine. See if I go to bed, I can't sleep with them on.
Sleeping jocks?
Strangle me.
The sleeping jocks?
I can't sleep. I can't sleep naked.
Would you sleep in clothes though?
No, just pair of boxes, but I can't.
See, sometimes you have to sleep in jocks, right?
It's too sweaty, I think, if you're wearing.
But I can't wear nothing. I do, right? So my girlfriend called me out, she'd say, "Listen, Becky will phone around to me, she'd go, listen, you're a liar, you wear jocks to bed every night." But it's only because I don't want to be sweating in the bed beside her and having leave smoke trails.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. You do be sweating. Yeah. So sometimes I have this pair of old Umbro shorts and they're the comfiest things. I've had them since I was about 11 years old. And and they still fit me.
You haven't gone since.
No. But,
Really big boy making the confo.
but yeah. But socks and jocks, I generally as a rule I do love them.
Yeah.
But don't come at me with a pair of Wilson socks or an authentic.
Now, we don't know if I'm misremembering this, but I think this was the 4th year that someone actually gave me socks and jocks as a present. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I loved it. I actually have a pair I have a pair of both of them.
Yeah.
Jocks and jocks, yeah, good.
No, I'd say the sister came through with a nice pair of 3 pairs of Nike socks. So I'm all over them at the
Where's
moment.
mine?
What?
Which you not get me them?
She only matches to me.
Yeah, one part of the country now, I've just decided to.
Next Christmas you get looked after. But yeah, that's what's your
My
next
third
one?
one is slippers. I'm on the fence about them, right?
So when you say slippers, are you talking about proper grandad slippers or do sliders count
See,
in
this
that?
is why I'm on the fence. No, sliders don't count.
No, sliders are different,
Yeah.
alright.
Another one I have for you here, right? Sliders, right? Do you wear them with socks?
Yes, love them.
With socks?
Love them with socks.
Right.
Don't wear them without socks. Unless I only woke up.
Was this in the house? Would you go shopping them?
Yeah, I have them.
Yeah, I love it. I only got a pair of sliders there recently and I love going to shopping.
I actually nearly think
I actually make a point to go to shopping.
yeah, I actually think it nearly looks better than some runners I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, especially my pair of runners after tonight.
So, for context there, Sean was coming in the back door and his dog, who the bear's named after Larson, lovely fella. Nice to meet. I think he's a bit afraid of me, I don't know why.
No, he's good.
Sean stood in shit and he basically embedded it into the door frame, the threshold.
Yeah.
And
Couldn't find it
we couldn't
anywhere.
find it. We were searching. We were actually searching for shit. We're talking shit there, but we were searching for shit, and it was going everywhere, right? And we thought,
This is in the old runners. This is in the old raggedy ass runners.
yeah.
And now I'm wearing a nice pair of fresh kicks.
You like your runners, you do. That's one thing I remember about you from 1 to 3. You love your runners. Yeah.
Cut that out.
From the insurance company. We'll beep it out.
But yeah, I do. Do you know what? It was killing me the last because I only got I was out of work for a little bit, so I didn't have the money to be buying nice new runners. But I only had a new pair of runners there. These pair that unfortunately stood in a bit of shite in. But
God's sake, Larson.
Yeah.
He's named after Henrik Larson, isn't he?
Whatever Larson he's going to be named after, Ulrich Larson.
Neil Lennon over here. It's when your ma says we have Neil Lennon at home. It's just Sean and Henrik Larson.
My hero. Grab the picture of him there.
Yeah. Is that signed?
Signed. Do you know what?
Signed, sealed, delivered on yours.
We got that on the internet. We got that on the internet for.
Here's the camera, look. Nice.
We got
It's
that.
perfect. But your hair's not as ginger. I always remembered you as ginger, right? And obviously with the lockdowns and stuff, I didn't see you in person for 2 years. You remember you came to the house that time, but
Yeah.
I didn't see you for 2 years or something.
Man.
So and then when I seen you, I was like, his hair. Even when I was making a bit your little cartoon character, I was putting the hair to orange. Do you know what I mean?
Man, my hair's real dark.
I'll put this back.
Yeah. We got. Sorry. What was he saying?
My claim to fame is that I have Kevin Kilban. I like Kevin Kilban, right? And it's controversial.
Do you know what? Save that thought because I'm gonna bring up a topic there now in about.
We go back to it. Yeah.
But
we finished this now. We have to get on topic.
No, yeah. Sorry.
What's our next one?
Yeah, right. So we covered your thing, didn't we?
Yeah. We're doing slippers. Yeah.
Slippers, right? Grand. Hats.
I don't wear hats.
I am not a big man for wearing hats. My head is too large.
I've always
and they don't
seen you
look
in a
good.
hat now.
It doesn't suit me.
No.
And
No,
it could be the nicest.
Cap suit you.
I don't
It
know.
has to be. Do you know what? I know about the shape of my head, so I think you'll agree with this. It has to be a fucking. Not one of those bent onto your head baseball caps. It has to be like an American football. Do you know they
The flat cap?
Yeah, it has to be that for me. But I find sometimes my head looks big in it as well.
No, I think my head's too big to wear hats, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
I had to laugh. So my brother got me a cap last year for Christmas, and he wore it like once or twice, nearly like a present for him. But it doesn't suit me anyway. So he was wearing it one of the times, and the thing was like, because he's a much smaller head than me. And then I went to put it on, and I'm not even joking. It looked like what's the thing that the Jewish people?
Yeah.
That's what it went on about that much. It did. I had to bleed. I think it was nearly the full thing unloosened, and it was still tight in my head.
Brilliant.
Going back to that point, which a man said, I have some mallet.
Yeah. He was dead on, but
Yeah.
like a moving target.
For me, hats. Now I did get a nice hat off the brother-in-law there, but it's kind of more gimmicky. It's a Celtic one that lights up.
Oh yeah.
We'll have it on the pod one of the weeks.
We'll have it when we do remember we were saying we had that idea. We don't know if people like it, but remember we said we had that. It was an event on. We do like a not a live stream, but a watch along.
Yeah.
We're then.
Yes.
Oh, you having a few gargles.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's something I always find when you have a few, especially over Christmas. You always have some gimmicky thing on your head or on your eyes.
Yeah.
What's that do? You look like the fucking age in the pictures.
Festivities though, isn't it?
Yeah. Me and my uncle always do, and then look at the pictures next day. And like I probably look now, right? I look like a cuddle poured into the chair. Right? I'd say a soup, but a soup's not lumpy enough. Do you know what I mean? Cuddle has the bits, and I look like a cuddle poured into the chair with some glasses on me just going like that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, again, you just said cuddle there, and it's just made me just get the funniest flashback ever. My mate who lives over in London, he just, I don't know, he makes like, he's one of these people that can make like the simplest thing sound like Gordon Ramsay's made it, or do you know, like he just describes everything amazing.
How he done it, the process.
Yeah. But yeah, we came back locked from the pub up the road there, and my mum had 2 pots of coddle on. So one was like a full fat coddle with all like the proper sausage and all like that. And then she had a Slimming World coddle, alright?
Everything naughty slim more, you spice bags and coddles and all.
But he scored both of them. Alright?
No
and
way.
he was telling me the next day when he got home, he was puking up chunks of coddle. I don't think he's ate coddle since.
I have something weird to tell you. Going back to me trying to be the centre of attention night out, right? Do you know what my party trick is?
Go on.
I can swallow, whole, no chewing, no nothing, right? 20 cocktail sausages in a row. Might be an exaggeration, I'd say I might get 17, right? In a row, of course, back to back, right? But the problem
Like
is...
swallow them or chew them?
I don't chew them now, just straight in the gob, like one after the other, no drink in between, just boom.
Do you know what that means now? You're gonna have to do it on here.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Right, perfect.
We'll do it next week, yeah?
Yeah, perfect.
Solid. But, going back to that, I puked one night after, during the night actually, I still got into the nightclub somehow after the bounce of seeing this, but I puked, right? And everyone was like, what's going on? Like, why is there sausages? It was like John Harry Potter.
Those full sausages coming
John Harry Potter when Ron tries to put the slug spell on Draco and it backfires, yeah? And so slugs are pouring out Ron's
Yeah.
It was like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, stop.
Disgusting as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, we better finish this off. So.
Yeah.
Right, that's hats covered.
Yeah. I did
You're on
slippers.
to your last one then.
Yeah, now, I'm on my second last one here, PJs.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But we already touched on that because we both sleep in jocks. So that the main point on that is the fact that I don't sleep in PJs, so I don't want them.
You can wear them around the gaff, no?
No.
Well, it's actually a bit sick that I think last year we
You wear PJs around the gaff?
No, I never wear PJs.
That's very childish.
It is very childish,
Yeah.
but my man never like I don't like PJs.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like them, but I never wear them, sorry. But she got me sister, her fella, I think she had like someone else, maybe the brother,
So you felt left out.
and I didn't get PJs.
Yeah. But she was, do you know what, we're giving out about presents here going, oh, if I got this, I think the person didn't think. She actually thought about you and not getting you presents, so you should praise her.
She said, yeah, she thought that I didn't like them. So.
You wouldn't wear them. I'm going to go on to my last one here, right, and it's just something that every Christmas, since I was about 12, right? Now bear in mind, this Christmas I got the Game Boy Advance, right? And I got
This
the Harry
Christmas?
Potter game. No, years ago.
Oh, right.
I asked for a Harry Potter clock out of Irish, right?
Oh, yes.
They didn't have it, right? And still to this day I want the Harry Potter clock, right? So I was in town Christmas Eve, as I say, during the hustle and bustle, I seen this Harry Potter clock, right?
Right.
In George's Arcade. What's similar to it, right? And my cousin was like, I'll get it for you, you know, you keep going on it. Says, you can't. I'm going to tell me mum where to get it, right? And then she'll get it for me next year. The reason being, I don't know, my ma's great, she used to get us everything Christmas, but this is the one thing I wanted. I was just greedy, because that Christmas, I got the Game Boy Advance, I got all the games, Need for Speed, the Underground 2, great game.
Yeah.
And I got the Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets it was, and it was the best game ever. But I just still wanted this.
And for people who may not know as well, you are a Harry Potter fanatic. Harry Potter sleeve.
I mean, that was right up as well. One of them I got in Amsterdam. Yeah, but I tried a substance. I ate truffles, right? And your man was doing the tattoo, right? And bear in mind, lying down like that, and he's giving me the tattoo, and he's going in, and my face is right up to the right, and then I look at him dead in the eye and go, "I'm not trying to hurt me, are you?" Like that's what I did about. The poor fellow was only trying to put a tattoo on my arm, and I was rubbing his face and all.
Yeah,
Couldn't do that nowadays.
Yeah, to be fair, it probably wasn't the best idea doing it anyway, was it?
No, I love the tattoo though.
I thought they were trying to do well.
And I love telling the story.
Yeah. That is, you know, at least it's a story for the viewers anyway.
Yeah.
But
what's your last one?
My last one, PlayStation games.
Yeah.
Cannot beat it. and my sister again.
Unless you
Fair
have a
play, she's done
PlayStation.
very well with the presents this year. They all done well with the presents, to be fair, but and I haven't actually got to play it, but
How did you go shopping?
huh?
How did you go shopping during the like you were lockdown? Oh well, you know you had to shop.
Isolated, yeah, we had to shop.
Fair enough, yeah.
When I try on the
No,
boots there.
no, I'm prepared, I'm sorry.
But so my sister came in and I could, you know, when you open, you feel it, so it's wrapped, but you can feel it,
Yeah.
and then you can hear the little shake of the game, and I just knew I could see the blue as I was opening it, and I just knew it was only the writing on the bottom, but I knew.
You knew what it was.
It was the GTA trilogy.
Oh, the trilogy.
I haven't got to play it yet.
That is a banging. That's a banging present. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
so it was class. And it was only funny. It was funny because we was only saying one of the days when we were in Dundrum together that I was like, oh, I really want to go in and get that game.
Hinden.
Well, no, it wasn't even. No, she'd already got it at this stage.
Oh.
So, but then she was
like,
saying,
don't get it.
don't get it. Yeah. So, PlayStation game for any women out there, if you're looking to please your boyfriends.
You could do what Becky done for me. If you
get
want
the PlayStation games.
You could do what Becky done for me. I've never seen Liverpool in Anfield yet.
Yeah, that was a good
I'm
present.
glad to see them in March, man. I can't wait.
That was a great present, to be fair.
Against West Ham as well, that's going to be a cracking game. There's always a few goals in it,
Yeah, that'll be on.
Mikel Antonio scores any goals. If you're watching Mikel, I swear if you score any goals in that game, I'll bust you.
Yeah, do you know, I enjoyed that though. I did. I have to say that was a good idea.
Yeah,
for myself.
We were talking about the Neil Lennon thing a minute ago, and you said you had an idea of something to say. Just have to pick your brain here because I can't stop thinking about it.
Because I think it's important because we will literally just go off on tangents upon tangents. But top 5 guests that you'd love to get on that we haven't already lined up
or thought about.
No, well, I have contacted.
That's a solid one.
So top 5 guests. Yeah.
Right. So can this be dead or alive or just alive? Well, we're never going to get them on if they're dead, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I suppose you can do dead if you want.
Do you know what I'll do? I'll do one dead and the rest alive, right?
Perfect. And you're gonna have to give an explanation with that as to why you want to get them on.
It's going to be easy to give an explanation. Do you know what I mean? So many we having 5?
5, yeah.
Yeah. I can only get 3. You go ahead there for a minute.
Right. I know a few of them already.
Pen.
Anthony, yeah, we didn't come prepared. Stokes.
I heard you say that around well. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Now I know what it is. I'm gonna rob it.
Right there.
No, we don't have any. I have.
No, I don't think so.
I'm looking at yours there. Some cheating on the test. Solid.
And there's one more as well. Who would I love to get on?
I went for 2 obvious ones, but
the one that I know the one you want, and I don't want. That wouldn't be for me.
you want to do it?
No, I'd be either too starstruck or afraid to ask you a question. And who is the other one I would love?
Afraid of getting a box, like?
No, I just feel like it would escalate quite too quickly.
I wouldn't be afraid of getting a box because I keep pushing them.
Yeah, you'd be looking for a box. I'd be a souvenir. Broken cheekbone.
Hit me, daddy.
What's that to think?
He would knock me out as well.
Right, go for your last couple and then I'm just going to think of one more.
I'm going to go with a mad one. And you want to start talking about your first one? What you're thinking? You're going to think when you're talking, would you?
Well, just get my last one down.
Yeah. I'll start talking about mine because I can't get the last one down. So you go ahead. My first one would be Bobby Sands. That's me dead one, right?
Right.
For obvious reasons,
right?
Right? But I think I'd have to make him eat something. Do you know what I mean?
Christ.
I always had this theory years ago when I was a kid. Now, this is no disrespect because I'd be a Republican at heart myself, right? You have whatever religious beliefs or political beliefs you want, but I would, because I always had this theory years ago that this fella was eating packets of cookies under the bed or something. Do you know what I mean? And then I seen, because I'd obviously heard about this. He was this big tale in my family, like it's body. He went on hunger strike and all. I can't go now without eating. You know what I mean? But I always had this theory that this fella was scoring cups of tea, you know. And then I seen the pictures and videos of him, and my God, poor fella.
No, they actually done a hunger strike.
Yeah, poor fella. And he done it for our country as well.
Yeah.
And he still sit around speaking English. Great. It's controversial what I'm saying here, so we won't get into it, but
yeah, you can't turn around and go, he has to eat something.
No, I wouldn't if you have to eat something, but it would be my aim to get him on, and I would make sure that there's a segment, like this, the swallowing the sausages, I'm like, Minnie, can you get Bobby You know what I mean? So I couldn't do a hunger strike. I want to help him. I'm not trying to hinder him. I'm trying to help him.
Yeah, fair. Cheers. Right, I've only got 4. Well, I got one before.
You have me last one.
Anthony Stokes.
Yeah.
Controversial character. Great footballer. Think is
very handsome bloke.
Yeah, do you know, I seen him in Dundrum there not so long ago.
No way.
When I was working in the insurance company, I seen him in Dundrum. And I was like, when he was with the kids, I was dying to go up and ask because I loved him when he played for Celtic.
Really where the insurance company is. Go on, anyways.
It doesn't matter, sure, it could be a number of them. But now in Dundrum, walking through the centre.
What shop was he going to?
Well, he's only, do you know when you come in through the car park?
Yeah.
Off the level that we were on.
Yeah, Red 2M,
yeah. So he was just walking through. He was in actually it was a Jack Wills tracksuit, navy. I don't know why I remember this so vividly, but it was like, oh my god! I only seen a little video clip there of him today when he scored. He scored the. I know, so he didn't score. We were playing in the Champions League qualifier, and he skipped past through 3 players, played with James Forrest, bang through 3-0. 1-3-2 on aggregate straight into the Champions League. But I think his stories, I think he would have some phenomenal stories. Just even the one about beating up the Elvis impersonator. I think that is the obviously I don't condone violence.
Would you say when your man get up, he was like, oh, shut up,
You just love it, don't you?
I have to say something controversial. I'm going to give me second one here, right?
Right, go on.
And I know, you already know, because it's McGregor. Now, I think, I disagree with what you said, that you'd be too starstruck. You wouldn't. This is your home. You've invited him in.
I know.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I'd love it. And I wouldn't get into that. I wouldn't be like, why did you hit the old man? You know, I'd have to, do you know what? I'd take the Guinness signs down on everywhere. It's probably would give you a box.
Yeah.
I'd have the
Copper 12 and the store and the forward still.
Yeah, but I'd only like to get McGregor on to show people, like what we said earlier about, you see this certain thing in the media, and obviously in Ireland, like you say, and somewhere else around the world, a lot of places, people want you to do well, but only to a certain level. But what people would look at him and they'd always want to see the controversy, because the charity stuff doesn't sell in the newspapers, it doesn't fill the Sunday World, you know what I mean? So I'd like to give him a chance, if you're watching, Connor, give you a chance to come on and say what you want to say about situations. You talk about what you're passionate about. Do you know what I mean? Because I've seen many interviews of him. He inspires me. Every morning I watch a McGregor video called Doubt Me Now.
Oh yeah, you said that to me. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I love him. Should have got to see him 4 times actually. Once over here and 3 times.
I've seen him live,
Yeah. Unbelievable. But it's a fair point.
Yeah.
My second one, Shane Lowry.
Oh
my god, what a man!
That'd be a whole wonder.
You cut it out with them puns.
It's like we're in Ponda land there.
Oh my god, my skin's actually crawling right now. Keep doing. No, so Shane Lowry, because he just does not epitomise your typical golfer.
No,
he just seems
reminds me of a darts player.
Oh, because he's healthy.
No, he looks like a bloke who loves a gargle.
Apparently loves a Guinness.
Yeah. Oh, Guinness, yeah.
That'll be my dream.
Well,
I'd get him on. I'd get him on and get a barrel of Guinness.
Yeah.
And just have pints with him all night and just
have
have
laughs.
Yeah. Non-stop. Keep it going. So and I just say the stories, like even from like him at the Ryder Cup winning the what was the British Open he won? I think it was the British Open.
It would be good to talk to him, but I would more so be asking him. I love him, right? He's a good man. But I'd be more asking him questions about
what golfers,
Tiger Woods. Do you know what I mean? And that'd be my problem with it. Yeah. I just sort of guess I'd rate that a 7 out of 10. Only for the fact that I've ruined the episode. Yeah.
For me, it would be the best because I just think he'd be gas. Like,
that's an attainable one though.
Is it?
A very attainable one. Yeah. Campaign to get Shane Lowry on. Yeah.
Perfect. Right. Third one for you.
Third one is an obvious one, right? And I can't say the name. I can't say the name. I don't know. I can't say the name in your Celtic Barber. I can't say the name without trying to put on the accent. Stevie Gerrard. I love him.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Love him. That man epitomises everything I ever wanted to be.
See your love for him. Yeah. I have the opposite emotion.
Do you think you have it to the same level?
Still can't stand him. Hope we get Aston Villa relegated.
But
I hope we never get to join football again.
Why? He's doing very well for himself.
Because I'm a bitter man.
He's actually doing extremely well for himself as a Premier League manager that people didn't think he was going to do.
Okay.
No. Yeah, that's horrible. It's not an attainable one then, because your dad would probably kick him out.
Nah, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. Do you know what I'd do? I'd purposely, I'd be like, come on in, and I'd purposely, as soon as he steps out of the back garden, I'd have it real dark, have loads of Larson's shite just lined up so he stands in it.
Yeah. Beds into the But you like the anthem, "You'll Never Walk Alone," and that was what he stood for us. You know what I mean?
Do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of.
Be careful now, because we're gonna fall out and never do an episode again.
Yeah, but he reminds me of, maybe not to the level, but a Declan Rice. So he used to come out and say he was a Celtic man.
Right.
He used to come out
and then he went.
And then he went to the Huns.
I get it.
I understand. You have to look.
It's because like years ago when I was a kid, in my family, you had to have that passion for the Irish and the Celtic. But
look, if you're a Liverpool fan, you're going to love them.
Yeah.
But
you have to, don't you? I don't know if I know any Liverpool fans that don't like him. Well,
do you know what would have been the best though? Remember there was the rumour that he was going to Everton as manager.
Oh, I don't think he would ever done it. Well, Rafa did it. Yeah.
I don't think he's quite the same though.
Well, yeah, he won us the Champions League.
I know, but he's not like born and bred Liverpool.
Yeah.
Was Gerrard was no, Jamie Carragher was an Everton fan. Yeah.
But there is pictures of Gerrard in Everton kit. Yeah. I think he won a competition or something. I only know that from reading his own. I'm saying or something, but
I have that upstairs if you want it.
It's a fact. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Why'd you have his autobiography, Gabe?
My sister's fella.
Oh, Stevie, I hate you so much.
No, he bought it. So last year he bought me a Rangers jersey as a
face. Yeah.
And then this year he bought me the Steven Gerrard autobiography. So
fair enough. Which one now? The second one or the first one?
I actually don't know. I just threw it on the floor as soon as I got it.
Is it Gerrard My Story?
I'll tell you after. I actually don't know which one it is. My third one, is it?
Yeah.
A man after my own heart. You've mentioned him already today. Neil Lennon.
Neil Lennon. Yeah.
But the two lads in my...
Where would we sit him? Because if we had the logo behind us, it'd be like, which one was Sean, which one was Neil?
I'd happily tell you. I'd happily stand aside and let him sit there. Absolute Celtic legend. Don't care what anyone says. Last season was a write-off, but I would happily welcome him in these doors. And my brother and my dad cannot stand the ground he walks on. It's the best thing because of the season.
He had a bad season.
Yeah.
But that you know what I mean. That's what happened with a few like Michael Owen. Right now, it's a different standard because Michael Owen went to United to win a Premier League.
He's from Chester anyway, though.
Yeah, I know, but he was a Liverpool legend. You know what I mean? He played for the youths. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was brilliant. I had a goldfish named after that bloke, right? And I hate him. I don't know why I hate him. And every time I hear him talk, I'm like
anyone that can go. It's like a Celtic player going to Rangers. It's that bad. Like even though it's not directly like it's it's like Declan Rice going from Ireland to England. I know we're all over. I know we're all over the kind of things, but it's just the principle of it. It's like it's you've worn the kit.
We're getting very political here.
No, not even like listen, you know yourself from insurance days. One of the sound lads in the place was from the heart of England, and the noise. And again, like I've a cousin married to an English woman. One of the nice people. I take the piss out of it with kind of winding up and all like that.
Yeah.
We
wouldn't take it too far though.
If you're an arsehole, wherever you are from on this planet, you're an arsehole. If you're a sound person, no matter where you're from, like it just
it's not actually where you're from.
Yeah.
It's not 1980. That's the way to look at it. Yeah.
That's it, you know.
Right, well, we're gonna move on to another one here, and it's great, and I think you'd like this one. Gary Twigg.
Yes, that's a great one. That is.
And the main reason is because a lot of Irish players go to Scotland to play football. He came over here. And he won the hearts of every Rovers fan in the country.
He loves Celtic. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to me.
Oh, Twig of Scotland, when will we see your likes again?
Love it. Keep going.
No, keep going.
Right.
No, the rest of it.
He was over in wasn't him? No, it wasn't him. Sorry, it was his dad. Was over drinking with a big stretch over in Glasgow. Yeah. Said he was the soundsman ever. He said they wouldn't let him buy.
What team stretch sport? In Ireland.
John Roberts.
We link up with a story that you said earlier on.
Stuff. But my fourth one, is it?
Yeah.
Keane Cowley.
Oh.
Only down the road. Went to school with him. Used to be the class clown. Very funny.
Yeah.
Nice lad. I didn't come see him.
Did you take the piss out of him in school?
No, he was always the piss taker.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Would you ever go back at him?
What?
Did you ever go back at him a bit?
No, like you wouldn't take the piss out. You take the piss out of the teachers.
That's fair enough. Yeah,
he was so funny, man. Yeah. No, he was so funny.
But you never went back at him, because I'm saying you wouldn't do it now.
No, but he didn't take the piss out of you. Like he took I remember, do you know, so remember, like, the teachers would send you around to, like, give a note.
Oh, yeah.
It was just the funniest thing. We used to
feel so
we used to have a science teacher, and I was like, oh, can I just give you this? It was like to give out to the class. And I'm not joking, he was at the back of the class and he skipped up and took the thing off me and put it on the teacher's desk. Or else, there was one of these teachers, he was real sound, he was real, he's from North.
Please, come on, please.
He was from North Dublin. And he used to sit up on the, like the way we'd be perched up on the chair here.
Yeah.
He used to sit up and he'd have the hand movements and all going.
Oh, would he have the chair backwards though?
No. So like he'd sit up on the table, like.
Like Lego? Yeah.
And he'd be like this and all, like I real sound, real dub. And I just remember him sitting behind him and just doing the exact movements. And the teacher's there talking, like looking straight into my eyes, and I'm
trying not to laugh.
I'm just breaking, just slowly, like just chipping away, and then I just start bursting out. And then he goes, "Oh, you know what's that arsehole behind me?" Like mid sentence. Oh, it was class. I used to love that. That was our English class. But yeah, I just think because I remember even chatting to him in the Barbers. He used to go to the Barbers. One of the lads down the road. Actually, on Barbers, fresh haircut I got today.
Yeah, I didn't get time to get one.
Little shout out to my man Paddy Shortall and
next week I'll have a better haircut. I won't look like I have a dead square.
I'm plugging the lads.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Paddy Shortall and John are down in Coast Barbers. Best in the business. Get down to them if you're stuck.
Yeah, I won't plug them because I don't know them.
Nah, they're class.
Here's a good one for you before we get into the last one. Do you ever see your barber?
Yeah, had to. I had to over.
But I mean, would you ever just be like, ah?
So no, sometimes if my hair goes crazy if I live for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
My hair, like some normal person's hair grows down.
Mine grows up.
Mine grows out.
Yeah.
And it's not a good look.
As you can see.
But the last time I cheated on my barber, I went to one day, the local ones, just pop in as you go. I haven't done an awful job.
Yeah, but they always do. It's always the ones in like inside the shopping centre. Do you get me?
And then I do feel bad because then you have to go back to your normal barber, explain to them why you've cheated on them.
It's like cheating on your missus. Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know. But no, but it is. It like, I don't know. A lot of people, I've seen things before where people like, I'd rather cheat on me missus than me barber. Now that's a lot of bollocks. You wouldn't.
No, I think that's a bit over the top.
Yeah. But cheating on your barber is a sin. Now, at the moment, I'm actually contradicting myself here, right? Because my normal barber, Cristobal, lovely fella, I haven't seen him in months, right?
So he's doing a long distance thing?
No, he's not cutting my hair down, for fuck's sake. I just go somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? And there's no reason in it. I didn't have the time to link up with him when he had the times, and then we just sort of fell out touching him. But now I go to a barber that I used to go to years ago when I was a kid, so I'm kind of that's what's making me feel better about it. But,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a good thing to do though, isn't it? Sometimes you have to make transition though to a different barber if
that person who was in your barber who was decent. This is what happened. Cristobal moved to a different barber, and it's far away, so he was coming to the house to cut it.
Yeah.
But obviously trying to find time to get him to come to the house. And,
yeah.
But we get this last one done.
Yeah, last.
Sorry, no, go on, we'll cut across you here.
No, it's that.
Yeah.
Mine was just King Cowley because
my
I think his story.
My last one is Jurgen Klopp, right? And I don't know if I'd be able to handle having him on, right? Because like you say about McGregor, that's how I feel about him. I feel like I'd be too starstruck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think I'd ask him the right questions, like about.
Yeah, you'd be tiptoeing around the questions you really want to ask.
No, I don't think I would. I think because
you'd be like you wouldn't want. No, well, the young.
I think I'd ask him something weird though, something like he was the biggest.
You wouldn't want to. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, see, but then you say something like that.
Yeah, you just leave, wouldn't he? Because he's
Germans are very straightforward.
He hates journalists because he's like, ask me this. I don't know. He might be the type of person that would answer that. Who would be like, oh, Jordan Henderson has a massive hog, like a baby's apple, or baby's arm holding an apple.
He could be that character.
Yeah.
But then, do you know what it is? Like, I remember, so we were over in Wales. My mate was doing the PhD over there. The coach lad.
Someone know the mates?
No, this is the same one. the lad was saying it's unbelievable at the coaching. We were over with these German lads, and he kept on saying to me, he kept on going, like, he's like, oh, I was getting all these pictures with all these girls and all like that, and I was like, go on, you player, and all like that. I go, you must be playing away, because he had a missus back.
Oh,
And he goes, no, I never play. I was like, Oh, you're the one that's talking about getting the pictures. I was like, Jesus Christ, let them take a joke, mate. But they're all very square, like they don't know how to, they don't understand sarcasm.
That to me speaks a guilty mind, because he feels guilty about talking to girls, but he's just bragging.
Yeah,
and then when you call him out on it, then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking easy.
Gotcha. Anyways, is it my last one, yeah. The hooligan. Paddy Houlihan.
Oh, that's
Paddy Houlihan.
Do you know what I think that would make for a banging episode? 100%.
I met that man. So the first time I seen him, probably a blowout in MMA fan, but obviously in UFC Dublin, the McGregor one.
Yeah.
He set the tone with the win.
Yeah.
In emphatic style. Unbelievable to see. Had the place rocking.
What was his walkout?
10,000 hours.
Oh.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that, man. I'm glad you asked that question as well. I thought you were trying to catch me out. 10,000 hours by McDonald.
Yeah.
But I then had the pleasure of meeting him.
I can't stop thinking about that song in my head now.
I had the pleasure of meeting him. Not only did I have the pleasure of meeting him, he made me a cup of tea in the square in Tala. He was doing a meet and greet for.
He's a politician now.
Is he still?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's from my area. Like I know him a bit. Like he actually comes into my job and buys wood for the gym.
Good on to him.
Yeah,
But
I'll give him a discount.
But the funniest part about it was, so we drove out. We did to go and see him, and we're there like, because it was in Tesco.
But it is striking meeting someone like that, isn't it?
Yeah. It was in the supermarket, and
always better value.
Yeah, but we were looking around. We're like, where's all the queues? Because it was in Tala.
Yeah.
He's from Tala.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In the big huge Tesco and Square where there's never ever less than 4 people in each queue.
But no. And then we just looked around, and there was these 3 old women, and they're like, "Oh, there's some lovely man making us tea over there. It was bleeding Paddy Houlihan."
Why was he making tea?
Because that's his thing. That's his shtick.
Oh, it was like a meeting. Oh, we drinks tea. Yeah, you said I can't make that have a cup of tea. Yeah.
So that's like his shtick. So
would you make him a cup of tea if he came here?
We offered to make him a cup of tea. He's like, "No, I'll make you a cup of tea."
But would you make him one if he came here?
Oh, of course I would.
I don't think I would.
Why?
Because 2 reasons, right? One reason is good and one reason is bad. The good reason is I don't think I could make it to his standard. For a man that loves tea that much, I think he's the type of person, like my granddad, he's the only one that can make that tea for him. And the other reason is if we do it well, he's going to ask me a few more times, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah. One's enough. So that's
How do you take a tea?
Strong.
Strong. But what does that mean?
So you leave the tea bag in for longer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I not a lot of milk too.
2 sugars?
Sometimes 1, but generally 2.
I thought you were going to say something there. I thought you were going to say I'm sweet enough, which is good that you didn't say it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
I hate when people say that. That's rinse, that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. To be fair.
There's a couple of rinse jokes that people say like that, or do you know when you're in work, because you walk in the supermarket, you scan something and it doesn't scan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's free. Mate, that wasn't funny the first 3,000 times I heard it, and it's not funny now. And if you say it again, you're out the door. You're barred.
There's a famous slogan of the supermarket where I'm currently working in.
Always better value. Every little helps.
Yeah. I think we can just say these things. Well, maybe not, but
maybe not the insurance company.
But we like when people used to come up and say that, like, so you'd be giving them back 5 cent change, and they say that.
Yeah.
Every little helps, and then you're just like.
That's like the McDonald's one though, because remember there was a thing where he said if you said ba 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 ba, the McDonald's one was meant to have to say I'm loving it to you. Or what was the one? There was one in Disneyland. Oh, the Toy Story. Did you ever hear that one?
No.
So the Toy Story characters, so like Buzz and all, they'd be walking around, and if you say Andy's coming, they're meant to just drop onto the floor. And I did it when I was over there. They didn't drop on the floor. Probably because I was about 15, 16, so they were like, what's this?
Yeah, some weird
lads. But yeah.
Do you get security card?
No. Do you know what I did do? I followed around one of the Disney princesses when I was over there. For no reason. Do you know what I mean? Like I was walking around. Not like that though, not like that. Not creepy. Well, it probably was creepy, yeah. But I was like doing every action she did, and she was in the parade and I was spinning around. Yeah.
You're like the English teacher.
Playing Shadow Monsters.
Right, perfect. So we probably wrap this up soon, will we?
Yeah. So like the segments, one of the segments that we were talking about doing was the bet builder. Yeah, that was a good one. The Barstool boys bet builder.
Yeah. So basically, what we're going to do is weekly. We're going to put up polls on the
not polls on Sunday
on the Instagram polls that you can vote on, and it's going to be different sporting events. So
yeah,
but we'll have to do like teams against each other. So
or, yeah, like we probably or fighters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we probably start with like say for example we do Premier League fixtures if it doesn't get called off. But yeah, so we say for example if Liverpool are playing United, we put her up and we say who's going to win this, and we do 5 or 6 of them, and then we will stick a bet on it. Yeah.
And just so we kind of cover ourselves here, we
do always gamble responsibly.
Yeah, that one, and then secondly, this is. One, it's a bit of fun, but two, we're actually talking about donating any winnings we get to charity.
Yeah, so that was it. Like, what charity is close to your heart that you want to donate to?
Probably the Crumlin Children's Hospital.
That's a good one.
Where I was. But then, see, my mum always donates to that, so I don't know whether to go to a different one.
You can't
we'll figure it out though in the coming weeks, but yeah, I'd say probably something along those lines.
I donate to my pocket. Keep all the money.
Oh, go ahead. No idea going with that. Do you have one in mind though?
A charity?
Yeah.
Jesus. Probably something like at the heart of the community, like the community centre where I live. You know what I mean? Like they'd be fundraising for the insurance, so I'd probably do something like that. Yeah, I've volunteered there for years and did loads of bits. So
we'll sort it out anyway in the next couple of weeks. But basically, you need to pick good now, so don't be
if you don't get any fundraising and you close that, it's on you, it's not us. We're asking you.
Yeah, so that's going to be one of the segments that we're going to do on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Another time, we do a story time one day.
Yeah, story time with Daddy.
Yeah,
that's my segment on the start of the show. Now, we were thinking about doing something where you tell a story from your childhood or something like that each week, but I have a lot of stupid stories. Very stupid ones. And this is the one I'm going to bring up for today, right?
See, I feel, do you know, the only thing I think about that one is, and we can hold this all out with one, but
we'd have to ask the guests to tell a story.
We could get the guests to do it, and we can redo all this part. But I think we kind of cover stories in the general chat. Yeah,
but it's a focus of it. If you get me.
Let's put a pin in it.
Yeah. Can we do it for this week's episode story?
You have a story?
Yeah, I have a story. Yeah, but think about this all day. It's one story. Right, I didn't even bring it up at the start when we explained the podcast.
Okay.
How me and Sean met. So you do about 6 weeks training in this company that we work for before you go on the phones, and I remember I came onto the floor and I'd say it was about my 5th or 6th call maybe. That's probably pushing it, probably my 1st.
No, you were flying though. I remember thinking to myself, this lad's dirty on the phones, because like generally when people come in they're always nervous stuff and all like that, but you were having the crack like.
Can you see yourself? Yeah, I want to keep looking me out. No, but I remember this bloke was so excited about getting his car, and I'd be like, I'll just have a laugh at someone, you know what I mean? And I find that's my customer care. I don't try and put on there.
Yeah.
But basically, the bloke was excited about getting a car.
Yeah.
It was probably like a 1.8.
I just remember it was a white BMW.
Yeah. Why do you remember it was white though? What did I say?
Because of what you said next.
So the bloke was excited and the call was ending, and I turn around and I go, yeah, hopefully you don't get pulled over too much in your cocaine white BMW. Right? And I didn't see a problem with it until you explained to me. Like, once you said it, I was like, oh, I can't be saying that. Do you know what I mean? But the bloke loved it. So obviously, from the company's perspective, it was a bad thing to say.
You'd have had a call there and you probably would have got a warning.
Yeah, but that's only on their guidelines. That bloke loved it. If you asked him, that's who should be asked. If they asked him, I'd be manager of that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have sacked.
Oh, I remember we used to. We all get into the calls and all like that. Like,
I used to do mad stuff though.
Well, yeah, you used to do some funny stuff. Save it for another time, but yeah, that was our story how we got firstly introduced.
When we started kissing, that was good.
Yeah. Keep that in play.
Headset voice getting angled and all that.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I suppose give a quick mention over the coming weeks. We're gonna have guests coming on. A few really interesting guests.
Well, they're all really interesting. Give them a bit of bleeding credit here.
No, but we have a few interesting ones already.
Booked in.
I think the ones that we're getting into,
which is solid. It's good that this early on, like obviously people are gonna want to get like a view for who we are and how we go on, but you can only listen to us talking bollocks. So I talking shite. So should I say so much.
But yeah, we have a few really good ones on. We have some sports stars coming on, national sports stars. Yeah. We have CEO of a company coming on. A professional FIFA player, which I think is the best thing I've ever heard.
And I don't know if there's room for one more comedian on this podcast because I'm already. But there is a comedian lined up, hopefully.
Yeah. He's we have to get on to him. Yeah. But so we've got some really interesting guests coming on. So. Yeah, I think that's about wraps it up for this week,
You solid,
Yeah.
Right, well, that's been us. I hope you've enjoyed it. I would ask that you do leave. Hold on. Well, we wrap her up there. I've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it? Had a good time?
Yeah.
I didn't feel nervous. I thought I feel nervous in front of the camera, but
yeah,
probably born for this.
Probably rambled on a little bit, but sure, look, that's natural, isn't
That's
it?
going to happen, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, do comment, like, and subscribe, and if you can share it, because it's going to mean a lot to us at the start. But it's going to mean a lot to us through.
Yeah.
We're not doing it for the fame or the fortune. It's not going to make us any money, but
No.
It's more so to say I've done it because I've been thinking about it for years.
Yeah, exactly. It's one more thing off the to-do list. But thanks for anyone that's made it this far, and we will see you.
And for anyone that hasn't made it this far, sorry.